Oh my goodness. This right here, I got it from the Indian restaurant, which is veg gravy and fried rice. This was the perfect way to break my fast. So I'm gonna eat and then I'll be back with some conversation for y'all. But I just wanted to show y'all my food. And I'm trying to enjoy it, so I'm not trying to record while I eat. I'm trying to eat, boo, so I'll be back. So y'all, the meal that I had from the Indian restaurant was so freaking good. So I had fried rice, veg gravy, and it was absolutely amazing, y'all. Like, if you want to get some good food in Dubai, I mean, I know, you know what I'm saying, they got the Arabic food, the Egyptian food, but do not sleep on the Indian food. I have literally fell in love with Indian food. Like, every single day, I'm like craving Indian food. And it is so cheap, y'all. I paid, what, 10 dirham for all that food? No, I'm sorry. I spent 12 dirham for all that food. Rice and all that. So you do the math on how much that costs in US dollars. Like, I can literally have breakfast for $3 in Indian food. So if you ever come to Dubai, baby, check out the Indian restaurants because it's inexpensive. They give you a lot of food and for cheap. But anyway, let me get into the topic of today. So for those who don't know, it is currently Ramadan in Dubai. So, you know, I decided to actually fast as well for Ramadan, which means that I won't eat until sundown. So my meal was at 7 p.m. And it really got me to thinking about like why I made the decision to fast for Ramadan. So no, I'm not a practicing Muslim, even though I took my Shahada and I was Muslim for some time, especially when I was in New York. And earlier in my life when, you know, I was trying to figure out what religion really worked for me. But one of the things that I love about the Muslim culture is the fasting, right? And a spiritual fast for me is something that no matter what religion, you know, that you practice, they all have their own version of fasting. And so for me, you know, I've done fasts for several different reasons, right? And one of the latest and greatest fasts that I've done was the fast that led me to creating the Vegan Foodie, which allowed me to reach, you know, hundreds of thousands of people with my message about expat life, about veganism, holistic spirituality, and stuff like that. And so, you know, I want to talk about fasting because I think a lot of people really sleep on the benefits of fasting. Now, fasting doesn't necessarily mean you have to abstain from food or you have to abstain from any type of consumption of liquor or smoking or whatever. But sometimes you can do social media fast. You can do, you know, fast for certain things that, you know, kind of you feel is kind of blocking you from being able to allow God or whatever, you know, higher power, ancestors, or Orishas, spirit guides. For me, I say God, because whenever I do fast, that is, I feel like I'm quieting myself so that God can speak to me, you know. And so, you know, I really want people to understand that fasting is something that if you're really trying to, you know, change some things in your life, if you're really trying to, you know, just understand your purpose, if you're trying to accomplish certain things, baby, do not sleep on the fast. And I believe that everybody should do a fast, if not 4 times a year, you know, once a year, once a month. But fasting is so beneficial. And right now we are in springtime. And for me, you know, I like to believe that the new year begins in springtime, which makes sense because it's like things are growing, you know, the seasons are changing. We're going from the cold hibernation, you know, to the spring flowers, you know, the birds are out chirping, the bees are out, you know. So I feel like springtime is the new year, right? And we have the spring equinox for those in the East Coast. You have the daylight saving time. So a lot of things happens in spring. And so I also got me to thinking like, maybe that's why Ramadan is this time of year, because this is the new year, you know. And so, you know, this is a perfect time for you to incorporate a fast. But when you fast, don't just fast for, you know, I want to lose weight, I'm going to this event, you know, I'm trying to get this. No, when you fast, do it for spiritual purposes. Do it for, you know, removing and abstaining certain toxic habits and toxic things from your life, you know. And I believe that some of the greatest turnaround, some of the greatest miracles, some of the greatest blessings can come when you fast. And also there's a lot of health benefits when you fast. You know, you can remove a lot of diseases, a lot of toxins, and a lot of things in your body when you fast as well. A lot of people know that, you know, when people go on fruit fasts or juice fasts or vegetable fasts, that, you know, if you're dealing with any ailments, they always will recommend you do a fast. But there's also another side to that. Like for me, when I'm fasting, I'm abstaining from social media. Even though I'm posting content, to me that's like considered a job. That's not me really like engaging and stuff like that. I'm fasting for certain entertainment, which I really don't watch TV, but anything that I feel might be of a low vibration, like let's say I happen to watch a gossip blog or something like that, you know, just from being on my YouTube feed, I fast from things like that. And also, you know, certain things like liquor and stuff like that. When I'm fasting, I'm removing a lot of those things from my life. And I've literally seen a lot of changes come into my life from fasting. I've seen a lot of miracles happen in my life from fasting. I've seen miracles happen for other people when they fast, you know. And I think like us as the urban community, the Black community, like we don't really emphasize how important fasting is for spiritual growth, for mental clarity, you know, just for better understanding of yourself. Like one of the greatest relationships you have in your life is your relationship with yourself. And if you have a lot of like toxic things, you know, coming into your life, or a lot of toxic habits, or, you know, you're always consuming things and you really aren't abstaining from anything, you might not really, you know, take the time to really have a strong relationship with yourself. And the relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you can have, y'all. Like, you know, it's cool to have a boo. It's cool to have a best friend. It's cool to have, you know, those people in your life that entertain you and, you know, creates the normalcy of life. But the best relationship that you have in your life is your relationship with yourself. And having your relationship with yourself is having a relationship with your higher self. It's having a relationship with your spiritual team. It's having a relationship with God. And so, you know, a lot of times if you have all of these worldly things, these 3D things blocking you, you won't be able to really grow that relationship. And if you can't grow your spiritual relationship, then you can't manifest the way that you want to. And if you can't manifest the way that you want to, then that leads to depression. It leads to unhappiness. It leads to you having a life unfulfilled, you know, and also can lead to sickness and disease, you know. So I'm here to tell you that if you're watching this video and you were considering a fast, consider this a sign that it's time to take a fast. It's just time to take a break. Take a break from everything, you know, and slowly you can add stuff to your life, but then you'll realize like a lot of this shit I need in my life. You know, a lot of this shit was blocking me from being my best self. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, take a time to fast. Take a time to just sit quiet. You know, a good thing to do when you're fasting also is prayer, it's meditation, it's journaling, it's scripting. And I'll do more videos about that stuff as well. But I'm just here to tell you, listen, take this time to really fast. Remove things from your life that have been blocking you from your ascension. And just, you know, take this time to really be in your thoughts. It's time for you to manifest. We just had the new moon. You know, if you're watching this in March 2023, we just had the new moon. You know, we are in the spring equinox. And so this is a time for you to bring things into your life. But Like they always say, God is not around in a bunch of confusion, you know, chaos. And if your hands are always full, you don't have your hands empty to receive your blessings. So empty your hands, remove those toxic traits, those toxic habits from your life. Abstain from some things that you really desire or that you really just have into your life because it's just there. Remove those things from your life. Take a step back. Really realign yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and manifest the things, the people, the experiences, and everything you desire. And trust me, I'm telling y'all, I fasted. God told me to fast, and I listened to God. And in the end of my fast, God told me to create the Vegan Foodie. And now we're here today, right? So, if I ain't never told you nothing, and you ain't never took my advice, baby, take my advice on this, all right? So anyway, I'm out of here. I got to go live on Instagram. Make sure if y'all trying to manifest whatever you're trying to manifest in your life, I created a 6-month manifestation journal and workbook. So if you really serious about manifesting, then baby, my journal, my workbook can truly help you. All you need to do is click the link in my bio, click the link in the description, or whatever. Go on Amazon, search the Vegan Foodie. I'm there everywhere. Make sure you get that journal. And if you manifested what you wanted by using my journal, make sure you comment below, because I love to hear y'all stories of manifestation. Also, if you want to fast, comment below in it. I'm in it, okay? Comment, I'm in it. Not I'm in it, so I can know that you're really ready to just fast and cleanse and be the best version of yourself. So comment, I'm in it below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.